All right, I have magically brewed my tea and moments flat. I think power of an animal in my life. But now we need to expand on the concept of charisma being an important stat in games by transforming it into a deck builder, something I can't do to save my life. This is Signs of Sojourner, any percent race with PippyInATopHat and TheKingsPride, both amazing people. Please take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm PippyInATopHat, and I have a lovely race partner with me today.
Hi there, I'm TheKingsPride.
This is Signs of the Sojourner. This is any percent. Signs of the Sojourner is a very delightful indie deck builder that kind of mimics how conversations work and has all these delightful characters that you get to know when you go on journeys with. And hey, Pride, how many of those journeys are we going on today?
I believe exactly 0 is how many journeys we're going on.
That sounds like the correct number,
I think that we're going to
actually
talk to 2 people, and we're going to be very mean to them most of the time.
2 people and 1 not a person.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of a person in my heart.
He's better than a person.
That's true.
But yeah, the goal of this game is to fail at everything and sleep for 5 months. So I hope that's relatable.
I don't know about you. It is for me.
It certainly is. But I don't know that there's much else to say before we get going.
I don't think so. So you want me to count us down?
Yeah.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1, begin the run.
So it's going to start us off with a tutorial here where we're talking to Elias, who is a child, and we do have to succeed in a couple of conversations at the beginning, and we want to succeed as much as possible for the first couple of conversations because it's very hard to fail the tutorial, and if we do fail things, it's bad RNG, and then after that, it's going to completely flip. Completely flip.
I mean, we're gonna fail right now, but it's like supposed to be a lesson about how kids are mean, I believe.
Yeah, kids don't know how to talk to each other, and by talk we mean match shapes. We're matching shapes. Everybody know what shapes are?
I've never seen a shape in my life. How dare you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, maybe that's why we fail at this game so much, because we don't know what shapes are.
That's true.
Yeah, it's very delightful though. So now we're succeeding at the rest of the tutorial because our mom stepped in to teach us how to
We're
talk.
theoretically succeeding. Elias is being difficult.
Oh, the RNG strikes already.
Yep.
There's a lot of RNG in this run.
It is a thing.
So I've progressed on to the second section of the tutorial, which is after a time skip, and now it's kind of opened up. And I'm just trying to make the minimum amount of animations possible happen by setting up the conversation I do have to succeed in very specifically for the next 2 conversations. And then after that, it's failure time. And I want to make my deck as bad as possible.
But in the best way possible.
Yes, of course. This is how speedruns work, right?
Yeah, you'll also notice that we're doing a pretty particular sequence of cards here, where for these 2 initial conversations are going to open with double circle, circle triangle, and that is just to keep things flowing as best as we can. Nadine actually doesn't have a deck that allows us to do that 3 times in a row, so we got to be very careful not to mess that one up.
Yeah, what we're trying not to do is let a chain that is not the final... Oh, Nadine gave me bad RNG.
Ooh.
I'm telling. We're trying not to let the last 2 cards of a chain that is not the last chain in the conversation. Nadine gave me more bad RNG, I'm telling.
Nadine, stop being mean.
But we're trying not to let them both be double circles. If they're both double circles, it's going to play an extra animation that's essentially telling us good job.
It's going to do the thing that just happened to me because Nadine was also mean to me.
But since it's the last chain of the conversation, it's going to cut off the conversation before that animation would play, so it's fine to do it there. But in general, we don't want that to happen. And it gives you some amount of safety if you're trying to succeed in conversations to have those 4 shapes in a row, it gives you something called an accord, which helps a lot when you're trying to succeed in conversations. But when you're trying to fail, we don't want those. So I'm also going to be trying to make my deck as few double shapes as possible. Because again, I want my deck to be some hot garbage.
Yeah, there is one exception that we'll have later, but it is more of a special card that you don't get until halfway through the game. And we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We want to fail Nadine immediately here. Nadine, thank you. Okay. I got a very bad deck draw, so I wasn't able to fail immediately. But basically, Nadine here, whether you succeed or fail, tells you, hey, here's the next stop on the caravan. And it's like, great, I'm very interested in that, Nadine. Bye. I'm going back home.
Yeah, basically. So you're supposed to move around the map and see the whole world, and we don't want to. Because this is any percent, we don't care. So I also picked up a very special card on the way home there called a Fatigue, which is a curse card if you're familiar with deck builders. It mismatches with literally everything. So in most regular runs, that's not a good thing to have a lot of. But in this run, oh my gosh, I succeeded in a chain.
Oh,
Everything's
Pippy.
bad. Everything's wrong.
But yes.
Hey, a great way to fail at conversations is to interrupt them. We've officially reached $1,000.
Yo! That's incredible.
Y'all, thanks for interrupting.
Shoutouts to charity.
We have so many good donations just
Oh my
for this
God.
run, including one I've been waiting to use.
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
I
Please,
continue to
go.
interrupt your conversation? Okay, here is $100 that came in earlier from Heidi PhD that said, had to hop in and donate in honor of my pride and Joy's debut run. Can't say enough about how awesome you are. Honored to be your mom. And, oh yes, service dogs, of course. Here's a little bit for you too, Zoe. And I would like to hug that cat in memory of our boy and Ridley. So hugs, that $100 donation that came in earlier actually broke once again our Spirit Fair Hug the Cat donation incentive. We bursted through $200. We've broken it twice now, so thank you both so much for that amazing donation. Next up, we have $10 here from Day that says, gotta donate again to say, good luck, Pippi and Pride! And an extra shout out to the crew behind Multithon. This marathon is such a fun idea. I hope we see more of it in the future.
Can I interrupt you for one moment?
If you want to break it, it's fine. What shape are you playing?
Bork, our favorite
This
shape.
is Doggo.
This
Look
is
at
Doggo.
this Doggo. This is
Pet the Doggo.
This is Thunder. Thunder is the best character in the game. We succeed in conversations with Thunder because Thunder is so loving and understanding that almost anything will succeed with him. You have to be really trying.
You have to
fail
really
upon
try
him.
to fail with Thunder, and why would you?
Yes.
He's such a good
Because
boy.
Thunder is amazing. And also now he's in my truck and he travels with me for the rest of the run.
That's true. No matter what happens, no matter what ending you get in this game, you will always be with Thunder.
And now, in honor of Thunder, the good doggo, read more doggo donations. Yes, go.
More Doggo.
Oh, well, here's $20 from Sassy that says Puppers with a Purpose. Which is, wow, perfectly on topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Sassy.
Thunder's with a
So
purpose.
we received 2 separate $150 donations from a singular beautiful human being, and they're the ones who pushed us straight to that $1,000. Oh my goodness, we just got another one in. Okay, I have to get to the $250 ones first. They were too big for the donation comment initially, so there's 2 parts here. It's a poem. Ah yes, it's Signs of the Sojourner. Forgive me, I'm kind of a slow learner, but I think I've made one observation. You use those cards as conversation. Just align the shapes, match this to that, and have yourself a successful chat. That's part 1. But talking's lame and pretty slow, and you seem to have some place to go, so lay a shape that's not the same. They'll leave you be, my kind of game! That's was
incredible.
From Matt Lulled for a total of $300 across 2 donations of poetry. Thank you so much for that. And as I was doing that, another $15 donation from the one and only Pesh came in Thunder's words, Bork!
Bork. Gosh, thank you so much.
everyone. Oh my goodness.
You know, I heard that if we get to a certain amount during this marathon, they'll let us name a dog. So hey everyone, let's try and get Thunder. Let's get him help somebody else in the world too.
Oh my gosh, can we, it's, I believe I'm correct in saying that if we can donate total throughout the marathon $3,000 to Blue Path, they'll let us name a puppy.
I think that we're a third of the way there, in fact.
And I would absolutely love, can we get a Thunder Doggo? I would be so happy. But also thank you everyone so much. It means so much to me for the lovely borks and the lovely poetry.
Yes, also shout out to my mom. Thank you for supporting me and being so great. Shout outs to Day and Matt and Pesh and everyone. So great.
I got my first pit stop on the side of the road, Pride.
Oh, you got your first. I've been getting them a while, for a bit. I haven't been keeping track.
Completely RNG.
Because I've been a little blown away by donations, but
it can just waste time to like give you the opportunity to make your deck better, but we don't want our deck to be better. We want our deck to be worse. So we don't want pit stops.
Yep. Man, this game has entirely left my brain. This brain has left my game.
Oh my god.
So we've entered, I believe we have both entered the final circuit. This is where we have our most conversations, and this is where we make Elias very sad. And Elias could also make us very sad. Please be cooperative, Elias. I know you're losing your home, but come on.
Please. Yeah, so there's a couple of conversations we'll be taking because if we don't take them, the game's gonna force us into taking them, which is not fun. We don't want that to happen because then it's going to, like, as we leave the area, it's gonna give us a little animation that goes, hey!
Hey!
And then, it's gonna, like, play the conversation anyway, and we don't want that animation. That animation wastes time.
Yeah, you lose, like, 3 seconds if you do it.
Yeah,
definitely have never lost those 3 seconds in my runs. I don't know what you're talking about.
So this one is forced. This hey is forced because it doesn't give me the option to talk to her first. Also, you'll notice that we're leaving and coming right back home. If we leave, if we don't leave and we try to stay home, the game is going to be convinced that we definitely clicked to leave by mistake, and we're just fixing that and going back. We have to go to a different location and then come back for it to actually progress time. All these cards are bad, and I don't want them, by which I mean they're good, and I would want them in any run other than the any percent where I want to be bad.
Pretty much.
Let me be bad.
Also, this game is beautiful. There's a hey. This game is beautiful. It's wonderful. For all of my nerds out there, it has the greatest ludonarrative balance I've ever seen. It is fantastic. And please check it out. And hey, I learned this route 2 weeks ago, so you can do it because I could do it. I'm a moron, as you may have gotten a sense of. And I can do this.
We have a lot of fun in this run. There's plenty of other categories that aren't nearly as just breezing by. But this category is very silly and quick. And
it's silly and quick and fun to learn. And then you can take your learning into a better category.
So I'm now in the the epilogue of the game. Already, this run is really fast.
Yep, and I am talking to Elias just before the post game, so.
Oh,
gee,
Elias.
Who would have thought? Elias wasn't actually terribly mean to me this time, but I guess we'll see what post game Elias says.
And time for me is coming up in just a moment. Time. I forgot to split. But nobody can see my splits anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I've forgotten to split for every split, so I've just been skipping them.
Hey, I got 2 golds.
Hey!
But yeah, you kind of at the end get to talk to Elias, and he basically tells you that you failed at every quest line, which is really unfortunate. It's like a time skip, and if you had gotten a better ending, he would like tell you about the ending that you got and all of the things that are happening in this
and time is coming up for me, and time for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. that was Signs the Sojourner. It was very quick. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone so much for donating to all of the good doggos as the pets scroll by our streams.
Yes, the pet scroll. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and donating. Please get us to 3,000 so that we can name that doggo. And hey, check out PippyInATopHat at twitch.tv/PippyInATopHat. She's really great.
I don't know about that, but I think you should check out TheKingsPride at twitch.tv/TheKingsPride.
That guy sounds like a loser.
I hear he runs Age of Calamity, and he's like really good at it, and he's almost the world record holder now.
Okay, one of those 3 things is probably true.
Which one? You'll have to find out.
You'll have to find out. Dun dun dun.
But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you everyone so much.
Yeah,
is
thanks
there
so
anything
much.
else to be said? And thank you, Zen, for being
Yeah,
a part of this as well.
Shoutouts to Zen. I think
Happy
that's
to
it for
be
me.
here.